Hello, welcome Solix Nation. We have 1 week left to have free enrollments for all new QLAs.
Yeah, it's the last few days, right?
It
31st ends the free enrollment for new QLAs. Reminder, that's not for annual renewals or people converting from a preferred customer to QLA. Brand new QLAs get free enrollment. Take advantage of it. That's a $49 savings.
Right? It is, and we've had a huge amount of people taking advantage of it this month.
A lot. Well, I'm glad it works. I'm glad it helps. You know, It's a great way to start a business.
It is. Another incentive we have going on right now is our Q4 incentive.
Yes, Q4. For this quarter, it's our biggest incentive yet, right?
It is.
If you enroll 3 people between October 1st and December 31st, they successfully have an auto ship transact, right?
Right.
Now, is there another requirement? Do they have to get a bundle or device, right?
Yes.
Bundle device or a device, set up a subscription, have that subscription successfully transact.
That's right.
If you do that with 3 people, you will earn a $100 bonus on top of everything you're also going to earn.
That's right.
And if you do it with 6, you get a $300 bonus. But what's the catch here?
There's no catch. There's actually a really great incentive. If you do 6, you get both bonuses. You get $100 and $300, so making that $400 extra.
So timely,
yes.
Right? Seasonally timely. Usually people are gift giving and doing all kinds of fun stuff at the end of the year and priming for a new year. Great time to get a $400 bonus. Now that's paid, right, with the commission in February.
It's the January commission run.
On February 10th.
Yep.
Or the first business day after.
That's right. And there's no time requirement there other than having to do it between October and December. If you did all 6 people the last week of December, you qualify.
Yeah, it totally works. That's awesome.
That's right.
I hope you have fun with that one. That's a good one.
All right, Kai, this is your favorite thing to say every month. What is it?
You know, it's the last Wednesday of the month, and my reminder is to pull your reports, right? We know that the month hasn't closed yet. We don't want it to close. We want you to go and see how people are doing on your team. Mm-hmm. So go into your back office, go to your reports and under that section, and pull your direct and organization report. And just pull it and export it. That's all you need to do. Then you can go look at it later.
That's right.
If you have that information, you can always go to that. Once the month is closed, it's closed, and that information or that data refreshes to the current month, okay?
So that's how you keep record of it. And that was your favorite thing to say. My favorite thing to say is we have a license plate. This is Larissa Popp.
Out of Virginia.
AO Scan 1. So she joined the AO Scan team. Okay. That's okay.
That's awesome.
I like AO Scan.
Yeah, AO Scan's good.
You're in Lauren's team now.
Yeah.
Just kidding. We're all one team.
We're all one team, but really Solix is winning. So.
No, congratulations. We'd love to see your license plates. Larissa, we will send your Solix silver coin to you, and welcome to the Legacy Group.
Yeah, congratulations. You know, when September ended and the commission run was completed, we finalized the list for the Punta Cana winners.
Yes, we did.
I think we should show everybody who earned a trip.
Okay, let's look at it.
I love that list. This is our inaugural incentive trip.
It is.
Right? It's the very first, and those people earned it. Great job. A lot of hard work. And a lot of people worked really hard through the entire process. Yeah. If you didn't get it, you know that there's a current incentive trip for this next year already in place, and you're going to get it. You're just going to work your cans off exactly like you did before, and you're going to be so successful in this process. But for those people who earned Punta Cana, right, those people that we just showed, there is a survey that we sent out to you directly that we need your response by the 31st.
There's information that we need to get to our travel agency so that they can get everything booked. And it's very important that you respond by the 31st. So if you have not responded, please do that now. And if you cannot find your email or haven't received one, please give our customer support a call. That is due by October 31st.
We're kind of at a last call, right?
We really are.
We've sent the email a few times, so we just want to make sure that we get the responses we need. Otherwise, we'll let you know the outcome and make some decisions as far as how we're moving forward, right?
That's right. You know, I've noticed that as we're talking, you have a blue tongue. Yeah, we love to talk about blue here. I have a blue tongue too. Yeah. And last week we asked you, how do you maximize the effects of blue? What do you use to maximize the effects of blue? So we're going to give away what we think maximizes the effects of blue, and that's the top pack.
The top pack, yeah. And why, right? Because you're activating the energy side of the cell. When the cell is functioning properly, then it could use the resource you've given it to do its function. The top pack, whether it's for the brain or for the rest of the body cell, or even just if we're just looking at the NRF2 response, that activating process for cleaning up free radicals, that alone is worth the top pack, right?
Yes.
It's powerful, but you need the cell to do something in order for that to work. And so blue is a great instigator for maximizing the energy output of the cell.
That's right. So was that your contest entry?
That was.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to win.
All right. This is Christy C. Kiki, 8574. Give us a call. Let us know what your name is. To enhance and support the effects of methylene blue, I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner from the rainbow. I choose colorful, antioxidant-rich whole foods to increase the benefits of blue. Antioxidant-rich foods such as vitamin C, citrus, bell peppers, and more, vitamin E, dark leafy greens, eggs, glutathione, kale, garlic, onions, broccoli, cauliflower, coenzyme Q10, red meat, chicken, seafood, liver, soybeans, avocado, nuts, seeds, lentils, beans, potatoes, eggs can be combined in endless delicious recipes. Bon appetit.
Yeah. Christy, great job. That's exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
She won for me. Right? Same idea, but top pack's going to her. But
Yes.
I mean, with that sort of diet, boy, you're just topping it off, right, with the top pack. All right, Bianca Cortinas. I do my morning easy scan, take my blue, wait a few, and take pulse, and look at what supplements came up on my scan, take those, and then print my ring. I'm not the best at routines usually, but I've seen so much benefit in my energy and overall well-being since implementing this routine. I've been doing this since day of discovery, so about 1 month. Even my acupuncturist noticed the change in my pulse.
Wow.
It's much stronger, she said. That is incredible. Bianca, well done. I love that. I love that you're like experimenting, seeing what works, noticing it, almost like obviously self-journaling. Whether you're formally journaling or not, you're taking note and doing something with that. That's huge.
Yeah, great job. I find the same thing. Like I'm on more of a routine now.
Yeah.
With Pulse and Blue and taking all my supplements than I was before I had Pulse and Blue.
Yep.
Okay. Leslie Ray, you must do something.
Yeah,
you win all the time. That's so impressive.
Yeah, she's certainly setting frequencies to these contests.
I actually love the pump on Blue versus a messy dropper. It makes my sublingual use easy. I do the same as Shelby after each use. Oh, wipe it with tissue rather than run it underwater. The release of Pulse and Blue together was brilliant. Thank you for both excellent products. Now to answer this week's question. I use Blue each morning with vitamin C, Pulse, and niacin at least one cycle of the 660 band right before my workout. That's perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
My workouts have really improved. I take it again in the early afternoon, then use the 660 again at bedtime and take a fairly large dose of melatonin. It's another amazing antioxidant that inhibits phase separation, is a C virus fighter, and has other similar outstanding benefits as Blue. I've been sleeping so well, and taking these two together helps me tolerate higher doses of each for max benefits.
I love that. You know what I take from that too is there's the feeding the cell, right, which we've heard from the first two, and then also with Leslie's input of the getting moving, the exercise. Use it in conjunction with that, and that's helping the distribution, right, of nutrients throughout your body. Whether you're taking top or really good diet, right, like Christy, you need that movement in order to get the blood flow.
Yeah.
Pulse is going to help you, right, relax the blood vessels, relax the circulatory system, but then your movement is the pump is going to push it out.
That's right.
So good.
Wonderful suggestions, all three of you. We will send your top packs out to you right away.
And we have top enrollers.
We do have top enrollers.
This is for the week of October 16th to 22nd.
We have a tie for second place.
No kidding.
Yes. The first one in second place is Nadia Lutz.
And Belinda Bauman. Congratulations. Great hard work.
Good job to both of you. And then we have one person in first place, and we've heard this name a lot.
Yeah.
You know, this person actually said at the beginning of the year she wanted to be the top enroller at least 3 times this year, and she's been.
I think she's done that.
Oh, she's been at least 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Top enroller goes to Paige Wheeler.
Congratulations, Paige. Of course, of being top enroller, we have a Solic silver coin coming to you again. And you're already part of the legacy group, but you're collecting coins like so many others are.
That's right. All right, we're going to move on to Dr. Bennett, but we just wanted to let you know, hang on until the end. We have a little announcement about some changes in the scanner.
Good updates.
Yeah, good things coming.
Methylene blue has been used in India for the past 40 years, okay? When I published my study, their health minister of India came to our office, said, hey, our efficacy is only 30 to 40%. How the heck are you getting 100%? I showed them red light. He said, oh yeah, by the way, we just tell people, take the methylene blue, go outside, go in the sun. We know that if they go in the sun, they get better. It helps. Well, 660 nanometer light. That's what the difference is. Okay? Has other properties too. But I'll explain to you why 660 is so important. Okay? So it's been shown with all these, in studies, not by me, but other studies, of what it can do. It's excellent against chemotherapy, helps you against the side effects. Immunosuppressants, helps you protect you against their effects. Okay? And India told me they can get rid of fibroids. They actually have gotten rid of fibrous lung. It took 9 months, a year. We don't have that in the United States. We can't get rid of fibrosis. Once you got a fibrous lung, you're done, okay? But they can. And our version does the same thing as theirs does. This is a complicated, I just wanted to prove to you that this is how the inflammatory process starts, and this is where methylene blue comes in and protects you. Okay? This is all the fevers and all the they're called inflammasomes. They're gene expressions that come in and start all the process of getting the inflammatory processes. So you have inflammation, you have swelling, and all that. Okay? Now, because this chemical is so diverse, because it does so many things, right now it's being looked at by many, many labs across the world. They want to be the first one to find a mechanism of actions for these other things. I don't have a mechanism of action for many things because, many processes of this, because they don't know. They know it works, they've proven it works, but they're still trying to figure that out. So I'm putting up the ones that we know of, the ones that we have proof that actually work. So when we were doing the study, we found out that when anybody came in with a cough, no matter how much IV we gave them, no matter how much sublingual we gave them, they didn't get better. Not one of them. So we had to come up with a different version called the nebulize. As soon as they gave them a nebulization where they could inhale it into their lungs, they bounced right back. Took them a couple of days, but they bounced right back. So we had to come up with a nebulized version. Now imagine that, God forbid, you get a blood clot. Blood clot anywhere, right? Most commonly in the brain, okay? And then they give you a clot buster, okay? And then all of a sudden, wow, it's a miracle. The blood starts going back into the brain. You actually cause more problems, more death. Why? I'm trying to explain to you so you understand what I'm coming up with. It's very complicated here, if you can see. The center blue thing, see that center blue thing? To the right of it, nitrous oxide, right? So you see hypoxanthine? Hypoxanthine, right there says xanthine, hypoxanthine, and then ROS with a red star. Reactive oxygen species. They are your enemy. They have been shown to cause cancer. They can change chemicals from good to bad. They can change your DNA. They can actually destroy your DNA if they're in high concentrations. Again, I mentioned to you yesterday, we were made perfect. We have a perfect system to counteract that. It's called glutathione, superoxide dismutase. Okay? Those two chemicals are your antidote. Unfortunately, we are around things that decrease those. We don't have enough of those. So ROS is increased in cells, causes something called apoptosis. Once there's too much concentration of that in your cells, you die. Your cells die. Not you, but your cells die. And then that cell, besides dying, become some other means, and I'll show you what that means. And they can cause cancer. All right? So it's very important to have this taken care of. So imagine you have two twins. One comes to my talk, the other one's somewhere else, and both of them have a stroke, okay? One's taking methylene blue, the other one isn't, right? The one that has methylene blue, look at what it does. It protects him against this ROS species, okay? So reperfusion, if reperfusion occurs, they're protected. He's not going to get destroyed. Secondly, so if you have lack of blood to your cells, right? Lack of oxygen, lack of nutrition, cells die. What do they need? What does that oxygen supply and nutrition supply? Ability to make ATP. Your ATP drops, cell dies. Imagine you have methylene blue in there already. Cell has an extra 10 to 12 hours to live because methylene blue is there to protect it. It keeps making ATP. No matter, there's no nutrition, no oxygen, methylene blue keeps going, makes ATP over and over and over again. So you have hours instead of minutes to get to the emergency room with a blood clot. Whether it be in your chest, PE, pulmonary embolism, a stroke, or deep vein thrombosis, anything that has to do with a blood clot, if you're taking methylene blue, you're protected for hours. I want to show you how the reperfusion is helped with methylene blue. So senescent cells are cells that are too old. They get Alzheimer's. They don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know whether to die. They can't continue to heal themselves. They just stick around. And what they do is it causes more problems for you. Why? Because they release SASP. All you have to know is those are inflammatory processes, these senescent cells. Okay? They're bad for you. And methylene blue helps your cells to prevent from going into senescent cells. It's been shown. Okay? Why is this important? This is what methylene blue comes up when you manufacture it. It's 5. Just wanted to show you what the name of the chemicals are, what the enzymes are that work. Superoxide dismutase and all the before ischemia. So if methylene blue is administered before ischemia, you get a lot of protection. What if you give it after? So post-ischemic methylene blue infusion. See that? Production competing with molecular oxygen at the iron-sulfur center of xanthine oxidase, okay? Acting as a willing electron acceptor for the last shuttling of electrons. So let's take a look at that. That's where that xanthine comes in. So as soon as xanthine, because it's a donor, and it causes more nitric oxide, see that? And it causes ROS, reactive oxygen species. Because anytime you have an equation in the mitochondria, you have to be able to equalize it. And the way you do it is with electrons. If you have too much, if you're making something, and this is a byproduct, if it doesn't get used up very quickly, it wants to find something to bind to, and usually reacts with other chemicals, and it causes reactive oxygen species. Hits oxygen, oxygen becomes singlet oxygen instead of 2 oxygen. O2 becomes O1, and the electrons, and then you have that reacting with other chemicals in your body, in the cytosol of the mitochondria, okay? So it is proven to help. Methylene seems to protect brain by reversing accelerated in vitro senescent cells, and that's what we talked about, senescent cells, right? It loves neurons. Methylene blue loves neurons, and it concentrates in the brain. That's why it gives you focus. That's why it gives you attention, okay? It's extremely well. It's been studied quite a bit about that. All the effects that are produced by methylene blue on the mitochondria, respiration, and antioxidant effects are useful tools to reduce the tissue reactivation and invasives of foreign substances. So how does this work? Again, it all goes down to ATP production, all right? So here you have a manufacturer that's making gas, right? If all the gas is being utilized by your cells because it's being invaded and it can't keep up with the production, what happens? Cells invade. They have the ability to invade because you can't protect yourself, right? That's why if we had a wall around the US, that's our protection, right? But what if there are so many invaders coming in and we don't have enough guys to protect the walls in forms of ATP energy? someone's going to get through. That's what happens. So methylene blue can actually protect you from invasiveness of cells by giving your cells enough ATP for cellular protection. So why is methylene blue so good? How does it work? Okay? Has to do with what? Why am I using this? I'm activating methylene blue in my blood. That's what this is for. Why the wrist? Because we've tried the carotids, too cumbersome, people didn't like it. We tried the femoral, again, too complicated, it's very, very uncomfortable. So we thought, hey, the arm, nope, didn't work. But you have an artery and vein that go here, all the way down, circle, do a U-turn, go right back up. So you get a 4-pass right at the wrist, and it's the closest of the artery and veins in your body. And this red light has enough power to joule, because it has to do with joules and radiation. Look, it goes right through your skin. That's how powerful it is, okay? Besides doing methylene blue, the red light does many other things, especially nitric oxide, as a signaler for many, many things, many, many processes in your body. So you look at this. So why is there so many peaks? What does this mean? This is the absorption spectrum for methylene blue. Okay? When you shine light on it, you want to see which one it absorbs the most. You see all those little peaks, tiny peaks? Those are all contaminants. The azure A, azure B, azure C, thionin. The most one is around 660, 670. That's methylene blue. Okay? Now, why is that important? So when you have methylene blue and you shine light on it, see those rings on methylene blue? What is light? It's just electrons, right? I can feel the heat. How the heck does it heat my hand? I can feel the heat because electrons are hitting my hand. Electrons have properties. The properties, one of them is heat when it hits your body. So it hits that chemical, it absorbs it like a battery, like a capacitor. And it holds it and circulates. It just goes around and around and around. It holds it until it gets rid of it. How does it get rid of it? By hitting something it likes. It loves lipid-based envelope viruses. What is that? So this is not proven by me. This is proven by studies in other countries, not by me. Okay? It does do HIV. It does do hepatitis and herpes. It has been done in Mexico. I consult with many firms, many doctors, and we have protocols in place that do these, okay? Excellent against staph, strep, MRSA, and Lyme. It's fantastic against Lyme and MRSA. Strep throat, in a matter of 10 minutes, gone. Okay? It's amazing. Amazing what it does, okay? Malaria, of course, everyone knew because that's what it was invented for, right? Now, there's something there called MAOI, MAO inhibitor. What the heck is that? Remember the fighter? His concentration, reflexes. So this is a monoamine oxidase inhibitor. If you inhibit monoamine oxidase is actually an enzyme that stops all the neurotransmission in your brain. All it means that whenever I want to do something, okay, there is a enzyme, there's a chemical that goes from one place to another, from one nerve to another. Then if you don't stop it, it will continue and continue and continue. You can get seizures. It won't stop. So you have an enzyme that stops it right away. It's called monoamine oxidase inhibitor. So it inhibits that reproduction, right? So this stops that. So what happens? Your serotonins go up. What are serotonins? They're neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are for focus, for memory, okay? For reflexes. It's all about nerves. And that's what it's good for, okay? Works beautifully, all right? And I told you about the anti-inflammatory effects of it. Anti-inflammatory effects of like what? MS. Common dosages. This is where everyone's going to get a little bit different, okay? My study was done. Now remember, I had to do a study that I wanted to make sure everyone in the world can take it, which means no matter what medication you were on, no matter what ailment you had, you could take this, okay? All studies that were done on methylene blue where the side effects occur were done at 120 milligrams and above. Those studies were done 600, 1,200, 3,600 milligrams. And they had such side effects, such huge side effects. So I had to come up with something that had no interaction with anything. So I chose 5 milligrams. The reason I chose 5 is because the silver, the gold, enhanced the ability for methylene blue to work tremendously. Multiple times, folds of 50 to 60. I mean, it's so incredible how just 5 milligrams works just as effective as 1,200 milligrams of pure methylene blue, okay? But they're still doing tests. This is what they recommend. If you go to a hospital, if you have methylhemoglobinemia, this is what they do. They give you 60 to 120 milligrams 3 times a day. But that is for methylhemoglobinemia, okay? So right now, they're doing 1 to 2 milligrams per kilogram, or saying an average of 70 kilogram person, that's 140 grams, right? 140 milligrams. So the side effect profile occurs at concentrations of about, let's say, 7 per kilogram. 7 times 70 is what? Close to 500. That's where it starts, 500, not 5. That's pure methylene blue, okay? Our concentrations are much lower. That's why anyone can take it. And we'll go over that why it's that important. So what are some of the applications of biohacking? How can you make it better? It's considered a nootropic, okay? Look at that. Cognitive functions, executive functions, attention, and memory. There's a study done. They gave one dose of methylene blue. 7% better with 1 dose. We don't even know what methylene blue they were using. That might have been the one that had only 25% efficacy. But still, 7% increase in correct answers. Lots of studies on Alzheimer's, both positive and negative. Parkinson's, psoriasis, multiple sclerosis. It's also being used by a lot of sports people to enhance their performance. So again, red light, right? For biohacking, okay, activates. So you don't have to have methylene blue to feel better with this watch, because this does other things. Like I said, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is an excellent stimulator. Not only does it increase so let's say you're wearing this. Yesterday we were talking about nicotinamide, right? Niacin. Take this, opens up the arteries. Niacin opens up the arteries. But niacin does something different. Increases HDL. What's HDL? The good cholesterol. Why? It's a bus. Goes around, picks up all the small and bad cholesterols, takes it to your liver and repackages it. That's what's important. That's what this can do. Without methylene blue. The methylene blue on top of it, well, it's fantastic.
All right, Lauren, like we said at the beginning of the call, there was a special announcement here, an update. Something that you have to share with everybody.
Something new, something different.
Yeah.
Maybe an improvement, we think. Okay, so all of you are using InnerVoice, and most of you are using InnerVoice Pulse. And if you notice on InnerVoice Pulse, you have 2 little circles up at the top with frequency and a pulse. And really, that really didn't serve anything other than eye candy, and it's been a little confusing. So we've removed those. But what I want you to look at...
And put pictures of me on them.
Oh, yeah. Boy, that would... we would double sell.
Oh, yeah. No, we would get no use of InnerVoice.
So anyway, we moved everything up, made it a little cleaner. But what I want you to pay attention to, and I think what you're going to really like, is down at the bottom, you used to have options of 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and 10 minutes to listen to your tones. Now it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and continuous loop.
Oh, that's awesome.
For those of you who are working with clients, you may want them to listen for 10 or 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And so it just makes it simple for you. So more user-friendly on the screen and something that you'll really enjoy.
We love that. I think those are great improvements. Obviously, paying attention to how people are using it and where their stumbling blocks are. We know that some of you may have loved the eye candy that was there, and that might have been helpful. We didn't mean to disappoint you. But we would love everyone's feedback along the way. We always love your feedback, in fact. It helps us refine.
To that, though, some of the feedback has been confusing.
Yes,
and
that's
because
right.
it wasn't anything you could do with it. So we've just removed it.
Yeah.
It still plays in the background, but the biggest thing was your ability to play unlimited.
Yeah.
So
that's an update. It's an update in the scanner that goes live tonight, right?
Tonight.
And so look for that, and obviously do the refreshes and the, all the things that you need to do to make sure that download takes place to your local device. With that, we've been coupling some things together, and one of the things that couples really well with InnerVoice is always the Lightwave glasses. But at Dave Discovery, we introduced something new.
the rose color,
The rose color.
which is really dynamic when you're dealing with severe emotions.
Yeah.
And so I think we should give those away today.
Yeah, I
to
think
3
that's
people.
great. Now, to the point of rose colored is not part of the
No.
tied to the InnerVoice with the nose. It's an add-on lens, kind of giving the full color therapy opportunity to those that are interested in that. And so it's a new lens, not necessarily tied directly to InnerVoice, but something that you can use maybe post InnerVoice as you've gone through the lenses that you're working through on InnerVoice. What do we want you to do to give these away? Of course, we're going to give it away to 3 people, of course, right? But on this call, after the live chat ends, comment on this call. Tell us when and where you use InnerVoice. We're really interested in what's taking place. Is it the morning, sitting in the chair in a quiet place in your house? Is it on a walk? Is it on your drive to work? What is it? When, where, and then why? Why have you chosen that? If you do it multiple times a day, we'd love to hear that too.
And I think the key here is the why they use it that way.
Yeah.
So let us know why you came to that conclusion. This is so helpful for not just us, but for everybody that's paying attention, because we're learning so much from each other.
So we'll draw names next week, give away 3 rose-colored lenses. If you don't have the Lightwave glasses yet, this is, a first step toward getting a full set.
You go.
Balance it on the crown of your nose or while laying down or something, I don't know. But it's a great lens to use, right?
It is a wonderful lens.
Okay, everyone. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Another incentive that we are doing, actually for quarter 4.
Wait, what's it?
Cuter 4.
It's cuter for, huh? Who did that blooper? Was that you?
I don't know what's next.
Congratulations. I don't know how you wanted to transition to
Well,
that. Come
we're
on.
just doing really bad. Okay, next we're gonna do Punta Cana winners. We have,
Dude, that is 3. That is, yeah! You know what? Lauren screwed up all the ending. You're screwing up all the beginning.
I can't get my brain there, Jake.
Okay.
Hey, don't screw this up, okay?
Are you done?
I am doing my manicure, so stop it.
You're pushing back your cuticles, huh?
Well, they're pretty cute.
I have a house full of girls that grab my hands all the time and push back my cuticles. I don't know.
Yeah.